So this was maybe the most difficult part of the recipe, because this particular recipe, when it calls to ragu, what ragu really means is something that is pre-cooked and cooked again. Like when you go to a Chinese restaurant and people say it's twice fried, that is twice fried. The goose is cooked first, then it gets trimmed down, and then it gets finished in a beautiful sauce. So why it's done like that? For two reasons. One, to make the goose very tender, and the other thing is to get all the fat out of it. So having the goose in the oven, now we can concentrate on the appetizer for today's menu, which is a crab cake that everybody knows. But people do not know that crab cake stayed way back to the 18th century. But obviously it was done much more cumbersome than we know it today. Maryland shore is right here, and the Delaware was full of crabs, as we already all know by now. You cook them up, you break them loose, like basically you take off the clothes, you take off the meat that's in the inside, and you pick it. Today what I'm making, I'm using a lump crab meat, onion and peppers. Anytime you're making a dish that you don't eat immediately, you want to always make sure that you sweat them. By sweating meaning saute them. Vegetables are 80% to 88% water. You want to make sure you get the water out of the vegetable, and also enhances the flavor. Plus, after a lot of hard work, you don't want to make sure that your crab cakes or anything you make that uses raw vegetables, then it will spoil. Then I have a pepper. And you notice I'm using only one kind of pepper. That's again an 18th century uniqueness, because they wouldn't have yellow peppers and red peppers as we know it. So it's a blush pepper. It's a pepper that goes out from green to red. Beautiful in flavor. Okay. So I'm going to take a little bit of butter in here, the onions and the peppers. Here are the ones that I already made before, but you obviously know. A couple eggs that I scrambled already. It goes right in there. A little something that everybody knows, which is mayonnaise. An important thing, it's used as a binder as well. Worcestershire sauce, a little bit of hot sauce, a little bit of salt, very little because the crab meat is salted already. Some white pepper. What makes our crab cakes unique is not the crab itself, it's really the bread. The bread that we use is a salilan. And the salilan is a brioche, 18th century recipe. We use dead breadcrumbs to put it into the mixture, which obviously enhances the recipe that you can't believe. Take a piece of French bread, let it get a little old, and grind it up. Mix this whole thing up, like so. In the real world, you set it up a while in the refrigerator. You want to make sure that it has a chance to rest so that everything chills together nicely.